Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Nancy Hoyer-Evans, and I am the Curriculum Coordinator for iPathways. I'm thrilled to be here today to talk to you about iPathways. For those of you who are unfamiliar, iPathways is an online high school equivalency test preparation curriculum. Although technically most of us are at home, like most of the rest of you, officially, we are housed at Western Illinois University in the Center for the Application of Information Technologies. We have lofty goals. We have vowed to provide assistance related to technology integration, leading to an increase of adult education students achieving level gains and desired performance indicators. We pride ourselves on aiding program administrators and instructors successfully implement iPathways, the premier Illinois-developed web-based high school prep curriculum, as well as the inclusion of professional development and leadership activities designed to assist ICCB-funded adult education and family literacy programs in integrating technology-driven instruction to improve teaching and learning outcomes. That's a mouthful. What it means is that we are committed to helping all users, teachers, students, administrators, use the tools we have carefully created to improve educational outcomes, which will improve life outcomes. It's kind of an evangelical thing, really. This is why we can be found throughout the state in adult education programs, as well as correction programs. The iPathways program was first developed in 2000 with the Illinois Community College Board as a distance learning option for adult education programs for adults who had barriers to attend traditional GED programs. In 2014, the iPathways project was redesigned to meet the changing expectations of the high school equivalency program. This change enabled the team to invest in the infrastructure needed to be securely used in correctional facilities. The iPathways Oasis was developed as an alternative to facilities that needed a different option for technology-driven instruction. Since its update in 2014, the public online version of iPathways has served over 30,000 adult learners across the state. Nationally, there have been over 14,000 adult registered users in iPathways. The iPathways project works with programs from Alaska to Florida and Texas, with corrections institutions and county jails modeling the technology methods. iPathways is a comprehensive high school equivalency curriculum that is computer-based and teacher-facilitated. It was designed to allow for teacher engagement with students. It was not designed originally as self-paced instruction, but is being used that way in some cases with students at high reading levels. iPathways is currently aligned with the GED, HiSET, and TASC tests. We are also a publisher partner with the GED testing service and can sell the GED Ready Practice Test. As teachers and administrators, you know the importance of tracking student data. We have built that in, giving you tools to give and receive feedback from your students. In addition to the standards-aligned, subject matter expert-created curriculum, we have included instructional aids, study guides, learning checks, and worksheets focused on key concepts. There are a lot of online curricula out there, but many of them have not spent the energy to be sure their curriculum aligns with 3 major high school equivalency providers. We want to be sure our users are covering the material they need to be successful and move them on the path to their goals. The basic writing curriculum consists of 5 units and prepares students for the written portion of the tests through instruction of organization of ideas, language development, writing conventions, and patterns of development. Basic mathematics. The 5 units in the basic mathematics help students build number sense and introduce algebraic thinking and problem-solving strategies. The units include instruction in exponents and prime numbers, fractions, decimals, ratios, and percentages. The science module contains 4 units, and the curriculum addresses standards from both the College and Career Readiness Standards and the National Research Council's framework for K-12 science education. The major content areas include life science, earth and space, and physical science. In the social studies curriculum, the 4 units contain content that focuses on the student's ability to analyze and evaluate a variety of texts. The social studies curriculum addresses both college and career readiness standards and the national standards for history. Reasoning through language arts. Using an evidence-based instructional approach, this module contains 7 units and helps learners build skills in vocabulary development, reading comprehension, patterns of organization, and the writing process. Passages reflect a cross-curricular approach by presenting a variety of complex texts in both literary and nonfiction. Mathematics. The 7 units and lessons help students build foundational skills in mathematical reasoning, as well as fluency in problem solving and procedural application. The iPathways curriculum includes instruction in real and complex numbers, absolute values, computation and estimation with real numbers, exponents, radicals, rations, proportions, and percentages. Consumer education. The consumer education curriculum was developed to address the life skills needs of adult learners. There are 6 units, and they include instruction on obtaining employment, understanding taxes, managing both housing and transportation expenses, investing, and consumer protection. Reading in the content areas. The goal of this unit of instruction is to build academic skills by developing reading strategies in content areas. This is aligned with the WIOA objectives to ensure students are ready for success in post-secondary education by teaching specific skills in both academic knowledge and academic skills. Experts agree that reading comprehension, technical writing, and numeric literacy are the core skills that help students have successful academic experiences. The module Reading in the Content Areas is divided into 3 units: social studies, science, and math. Within these units are lessons designed to provide learners with specific reading strategies in each content area. Within each unit, the lessons build upon each other, integrating more complex text. We have also been implementing a 3D approach to our online instruction. This next slide shows an example of a Beyond instructional video created to illustrate a concept.
Why is hand washing so important? People often touch their eyes, nose, and mouth without even thinking about it. Germs can get into the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. Germs from unwashed hands can sneak into foods and drinks while people prepare or consume them. Germs can multiply in some types of foods or drinks, under certain conditions, and make people sick. Germs from unwashed hands can be transferred to other objects, like handrails, tabletops, or toys, and then transferred to another person. Washing your hands with soap removes germs and helps prevent diarrhea and respiratory infections. It may even help prevent skin and eye infections.
Health literacy is the degree to which we can find, understand, and use health information to improve our quality of life. Last year, the top 3 leading causes of death in the U.S. were from preventable causes: tobacco, weight-related illnesses, and alcohol. Additionally, if the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that public health is not something we can take for granted. Our goal, through our soon-to-be-released health literacy module, is to do our part to educate our students about how their choices impact their own health, their education, their jobs, and their relationships with others in their community. Through this 5-unit module, we teach the basics of body systems, wellness, exercise, nutrition, and disease detection and management, as well as some of the financial aspects of health literacy. We are excited to launch this new content and look forward to hearing your feedback. As you can see from this outline, we cover a lot of ground. Our focus is on improving our students' access to information that will directly impact their quality of life and will increase their ability to make healthy decisions. We take our commitment to provide valuable content very seriously. Each lesson begins with an overview, a review of relevant vocabulary, some real-life examples, and then proceeds to offer content that can be immediately applied to their lives. Finally, there is a learning check to encourage users to check their comprehension. Another value add that premiered in the fall of 2020 is our digital literacy resource. We've curated a collection of useful resources for those who think of themselves as novice users, who might be tentative about truly engaging in online learning because their comfort with technology is low to non-existent. Now, these users can, in the privacy of their own home, build their literacy with all things digital at their own pace. We believe that once they try it, they'll see that it's a barrier that can be overcome with a little practice. This free course, Life Skills, released last fall and is designed to focus on the career readiness skills of our learners. Research shows us success is not just measured by education. There are other indicators, social cues, behaviors that can be learned, which will increase the likelihood of our learners' desired outcomes. To preview this for yourself, just go to our website. This course is free to all visitors. Our overarching goal is to improve access to the material that can change people's lives and assist them in reaching their educational and career goals. iPathways can be reached with any standard internet connection, and our courses are designed to provide feedback immediately. Instructors and administrators can track students' progress and help them feel connected to an education professional. For those of you who are already familiar with iPathways, you know that we have built in the means for students and teachers to communicate freely. Each module contains many resources, including glossaries, organizers, study guides, and printable worksheets. We also have the ability to make reporting easier for you, the teacher or administrator. Our support center is available either online or via telephone to troubleshoot any technical issues that may arise. In spring 2018, Illinois Adult Education State Conference, Rock Valley Community College, presented their success with online learning. They use iPathways exclusively for their high school equivalency. They had a blind student, a hearing-impaired student, and a mobility-impaired student in the same year. Each of these students were able to fully engage in the iPathways curriculum because of the accessibility design. They passed their high school equivalency. Your program may have similar success stories. As I noted earlier, one of the areas we are striving to expand upon is that of useful professional development. Each month, I research and break down a topic for you in bite-sized chunks. We've covered things like diversity, professional development, assessment, 3D instruction, and this one on conflict resolution, as well as many others. If you're interested in checking these out, you can find them on YouTube on the iPathways channel or on the iPathways Learning Lab, which I will discuss in a few moments, And don't forget to like and subscribe. Also new this year is our iPathways Learning Lab website. We wanted a companion site to go along with iPathways, one that demonstrated we understood the role community plays in being an effective teacher or administrator. Here we have put together our training calendar, a monthly blog on educational topics, social media posts, professional resources, links to iPathways, and anything else we come across that we think might prove useful to you. Think of it like your teacher's closet. As part of our ongoing efforts to keep you informed, we distribute a monthly newsletter to our mailing list. If you're not on the list, send me a quick email and I'll add you. Here we give training updates, save the date notices, tips and tools, as well as requests for feedback from you so we can be sure we're meeting your needs. Every month, and by request, our genius in resident Brandon John provides live training webinars for new teachers and administrators, going through all the system's features in great detail and answering any questions or concerns you may have as you navigate through the various offerings. You can register for the next one by visiting our iPathways Learning Lab's site, iPathwaysLearningLab.org, and clicking on the link. Additionally, we're updating our interface and expect to add several new features, vocabulary builders, writing tips, the works, so that each time someone logs in, they will have an enriching experience. Thank you all so much for your time and attention. I wish you well in your journey through these strange and wonderful waters. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me at nevans@cait.org. Have a terrific day.